Okay, we are back playing Skyrim Special Edition. I'm really excited for this video actually because it's been probably about 21 days since I've really played Skyrim. I kind of took a little bit of a break from Skyrim, as I tend to do from time to time. And we're back now. I'm not doing a face cam video for this. There's a reason for that. Uh, I like to do face cam videos. I really do. I really like doing them. But for the longer videos, and I mean videos that are like 30 minutes to an hour, the the file size tends to be kind of high, and I'm not really for this type of video. I don't think it's gonna work if the file size is too big. Not to mention that I really don't want anything else obstructing the screen, so I'm just gonna leave it as is with the voice. So this is gonna be a longer video. I'm hoping it's gonna be under an hour, although I seriously doubt it because of the nature of this video, which is installing my personal fork of Ascensio MCO. This I've thought about. I've actually talked to the creators of Ascensio, and they said it would be perfectly fine for me to do a fork. I've thought about it. I might actually end up doing that. But I have a lot of paid mods that I'm using in this build, so I'm not really sure how I can work around that. So right now I'm just going to do a video of how I basically install everything, and yeah. So this is what the screen should look like when you've installed Ascensio. When you finish installing everything, it says installation complete. Everything is generated and whatnot. Usually what I do first is I press install folder here, and it opens up exactly where it's installed the game. The list, mind you, and then I close out of this and I navigate over to plugins, and then I open a new window here, and boom, oh shit. Okay, so from here, I like to usually set up a folder. This is already set up because I was actually trying to modify it before, but I actually kind of screwed up a little bit. You go. I have a folder here for all the mod lists that I use, and here's Ascensio. So I created a mods 13 folder. This is what I was using before, mods 12 when I was editing this before, and then this is mods 13, which is the latest setup. And I like to make a backup folder here, and that's where I place. Let me just delete it so I can show you. This is where I place the original profiles. Now, this is extremely important if you don't want to end up having to reinstall the entire list. I generally don't like doing that. If there's a mistake, I prefer to back up, what I've done, and then so I can have an easy thing to go back to if something got really screwed up. And I do the same for a modded profile. Like once I've really started modifying these, I like to back them up as well. As you can see, I have modded back up here. This is where I've backed up modded stuff like Nemesis, Synthesis, some Didulod stuff that I also edited, and then the original profiles as well. So you can see that I've clearly spent a lot of time doing this, and we're doing it from scratch, basically. And I usually like to have some notes as well. This is a copied note file that I've created. Let me just move it over on screen so you can see it. This is all the notes that I have for Ascensio MCO, stuff that I've tweaked in order to make it work with all the mods that I've installed. There's some stuff in here that I generally don't like to have, so I just got rid of it. But it's advised not to actually uninstall mods from a list. You absolutely can, but I don't recommend it, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So let me just open up MO2. It takes a little while to start when it's the first time you're starting it up. As is typical with xEdit and other applications, because this has not been cached yet. So this is the first time I'm booting this up. I actually had to reinstall the list because I screwed something up, and then I was like, oh shit, so I gotta reinstall everything. But that's perfectly fine. This is I barely had edited anything in it, so I was not really concerned all that much about it. Okay, so here we go. So this is the initial, this is what the list looks like. I'm actually going to be heading over to the NAT ENB profile because that's what I use personally. I don't really care for the Rudy ENB. It's personal preference at the end of the day. I mean, different people like different things, and I like the NAT profile. So this is what the list looks like, and you could actually remove any mod you want, but again, I advise not to do that, which is why I've created this document here. So I'm just going to start off from the top. I'm going to copy over some names of mods that I need to disable. This is because I actually okay, so starting off with these are perfectly fine on their own, but they tend to present a bit of a compatibility issue when installing other mods. So I'm getting rid of them. You don't have to do this. I personally do this. You don't have to do it, but yeah. For annoyance, I disable these two mods. Race menu player rotation is fine on keyboard and mouse, but it can be kind of annoying on controller because the it just it's hard to describe, but like when you press a certain key on controller, it rotates your character, and then that can be extremely annoying. So I just ended up disabling it. Ultimate immersion toggle I disabled because it's been replaced by a SKSE mod that came out a little bit after this mod list was updated. That basically does the same thing, except there's no lag associated with it because it's an SKSE plugin. So I disabled that as well. I'm using paper maps, so I'm going to be disabling a quality world map here. Boom, disable. And then because I use MCO and associated movesets, I prefer to disable stuff under locomotion animations, which can be found right here. I usually disable these because I use a custom sprint that is different, and then combat animations. These only function if you don't use MCO. I generally prefer to add my own locomotions and my own like. I just don't like it when I just don't like the way it looks when you have these with the MCO stuff as well. In my opinion, it doesn't look good. So I just disable everything. As you can see here, I don't see any warnings yet, which means that I have not disabled anything that is required by a master file, which is good. These are all things that can be removed without causing problems. Now I'm going to X out of here again and go back into the profiles. And I'm going to go into Notepad++, and I'm going to set full screen to 0 so that this list will be compatible with the FSR3 FrameGen mod. I'm also, okay, so that was the only thing I had to do in the INIs. So let's go back into the list, and I'm going to be disabling some, excuse me. I'm going to be disabling some body stuff. So vanilla body, I prefer to use 3BA, CBBE, so I just disable these as well. I know I'm really disabling a lot, but it's everything that I'm disabling. Most of it is going to be replaced with something else, so it doesn't really matter. Ascensio is fine as is, but my heavy modifications tend to mean that a lot of other mods are going to be incompatible. So let me just collapse everything here. And as you can see, there's still nothing wrong with the list. There's nothing, it's not telling me that anything is, missing masters or anything like that. So I've done all the disabling. Okay, let's now look at the, this should be fixed by another mod I'll be installing, and then, okay, so this is Ascensio 342, so nothing has been updated about this. I think the list was briefly taken off Wabjack, but it's since been put back on, so... Okay, now that we've done that, we can officially start installing actual mods here. I have detailed notes for each mod I'll be installing, and I might, if something is going to take a while, I'm probably just going to time lapse it so you see, so everything seems like it goes faster. Like, yeah. So I'm going to be starting out with humanoids. I've actually gone through most of these and checked if they're updated. Typically, I like to check if the mods are updated, and I do this by going to the Nexus. You can see it on the screen. And then I look up, for instance, CBBE, and then I go into Files, and I check here. I downloaded this today. It was actually, it got updated, so I was like, okay, this needs an update ASAP. And then I downloaded the update, and then I put it in here, and now I can install it. So this is under humanoids. This is, the way I have this set up, I tend to install everything at the bottom here, but certain files do need to be placed in certain places in the list. So that's where the additions folder comes in. I'm actually probably going to be, this VRAMr output technically should be compatible because it's, I made this with version 3.4.2, so technically it should work. I'm just going to keep it here for now. It doesn't, that's going to be, I'm going to think about that later. So for now, let me actually just continue with the, let's see, presets, and then I'm actually going to be making a new mod here. So let me go into ENB files, ENB series settings. I'm going to copy this. This is a root directory, so let me just do a empty mod for this, and we'll do ENB settings. Cool. Okay, now let's open it up, and oh, these are still here. Oh, that's really interesting because oh, it's because I added the no delete on them. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because I was kind of yeah, this is, I mean, yeah, okay. So let's do ENB settings. I already pasted this in. Let me now edit this file here. Typically, I like to do something. Let me just see if I can find it on here. An Elder Gleam. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so this is my input that I typically like to have for ENBs. Okay, so there's the input. FPS limit. I'm going to set this to false because I don't like to play with FPS limit. And that's, I think, all we need to do. So let me now close out of these. That was my Elder Gleam notes section. So just ignore that. And we're going to be going back into Ascensio. Here it is. Okay, so let me just grab the file name and then open again. We're going to be backing this up into an archive and saving it. And then we're going to go into presets again. And we're going to be saving this here into presets. Boom. Okay. All right. So now that this is installed, I can actually start here. I'm going to create a new separator. I'm going to call this no delete edit mods. I think that's the way I did it in the past Ascensio. Let me just check real quick. Why is everything white? Ugh. It's literally, oh my god, never mind. Why is it like this? It's not supposed to be all white. I have a bone to pick with the new load order library, by the way. God bless. This is so bad. I have a bone to pick with the load order library because, like, are you serious? It's still white, bruh. Ever since the new redesign, I feel like this site has been really buggy. I swear to God, it logs me out like every time I visit the site. Certain browsers don't let me use it at all. There's site errors. It doesn't work. It's just this. Oh God. This site has really gone to shit. I don't understand it at all because it used to be really good and now it's just utterly broken. Okay, this entirely threw me off, but let's try to power through it. So if I go to the bottom here, Jesus Christ, this looks terrible. What is going on? Oh my God. Oh boy. Okay, let me try to find it. Add it mods. Do I actually have anything here for it though? Let's see, ENB. Let me see if I have anything. Let's see. Let me go down further. Okay, this is all disabled, disabled, disabled. It looks like, oh, disabled mods and, oh, okay, so I didn't do it that time around. So, okay, so I'm just gonna rename this then, since I didn't use that. I'm gonna rename it to presets, and then we're gonna be placing that here, and I prefer to add the no delete thing to each mod I'm installing, because it helps me differentiate between what I added and then what came with the list initially. This is overriding that. It doesn't really matter. This is the first mod I'm technically installing, and yeah, so that's okay, cool. So now that we've done that, I can actually get back to other things. Let me close out of these so I don't get confused, or more confused than I already am. And we'll go back to additions here. I'm going to start out in humanoids, and I've taken some pretty careful notes here, install notes, mind you. So let me open all those so I can actually install these properly, and then we can go to install, and then mods 13, additions, humanoids. We're going to start out with what is first. Unfortunately, I have to go back to load order library. I really wish I didn't, because this site is so buggy right now. Oh my fucking god. I cannot deal with this. No! 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 What the fuck? Okay, I'm actually getting a little bit annoyed. Yeah. So let's let's start out with CBBE. It looks like I installed it right underneath these. So I'm going to close out of this for now, and we're going to be installing CBBE first. And let me just move this to my other monitor so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm going to be picking the curvy body shape, and it says no face options. So I'm going to be deselecting that, go to next, install, and that should install. And then we're going to be moving on to the next one, which is, let me just move this. Next one is 3BA. And for the notes, I have only no SOS, which is Slongs of Skyrim, which is a penis mod that I do not use. Okay, cool. And the next one here is, okay, so diamond textures. Okay, but first I gotta install this. There's no faux mod, and then yeah, diamond textures. Okay. So this one, I only have 3 things selected for the, oh my god, it has to go over here. I only have 3 things: makeup tweaks, mouth. Okay, that's got to be the next page. Yep. And less intense lips, and then that's it. So I could just install that, and I'm going to be adding the no delete prefix to all these, so that, yeah, no delete, no delete. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I feel like the best option for load order library is just if the author has this, like, do a full system, like a full server rewind, basically, like restoring the old version and whatnot, because the site was honestly perfect. It was like I had 0 complaints about it. There was like nothing. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it, and then suddenly everything stops working. It's like it was so annoying. Honestly, it was so annoying. Because the only alternative is ModWatch, which is kind of inferior in a lot of different ways. But yeah, so this is where I typically stick files. I stick it underneath Lux Orbis and below Bingus Clipping Cleanup. This is really, I mean, it depends on, I mean, a lot of factors. I typically like placing new files underneath all the lighting mods. So underneath Lux in this case, I typically like placing things. That's for compatibility reasons. things can technically be a little bit more compatible. Like you don't have to actually patch lighting mods if you place stuff before the lighting mod. Like you don't have to like if it alters a cell, then I mean I'll show you an xEdit later, but basically you can just keep things underneath Lux Orbis, and then you won't have to patch them. So yeah, we're starting out with this stuff. I could just go back to my load order library thing I created here, and oh my god, this is so bad. This is so bad. Let me just move it over here. This looks. Look at this. Actually look at this though. So we got Bingus clipping cleanup, and then we have these. So we're starting out with the CBVE stuff, and then the hair, and then all this stuff. Before we even get to like the armor stuff that I add, or the music, we're starting out with like body related stuff. So let me move this back so you don't have to look at it, and then we can continue on. I'm going to be exiting out of these. I don't know. No, I don't want to edit that. And then yeah. So we've finished doing the bodies. Well, not really finished, but you know, so we're gonna be going now to some of these other files here. Now these two are, I believe, neither of those two are on the Nexus, so I have really no way of updating these without like checking other sites. So I'm just gonna ignore that. It doesn't really matter. Eyes. Okay, so Even More Eyes by Coralina. I'm fairly certain this hasn't been updated. But we're going to check anyways because you never know. Okay, it has not been updated. Cool. So that is Gucci. So hair is Gucci, humanoids Gucci, scars, overlays, and miscellaneous. You don't really have to do this, but I like to go over each file and just, you know, check to make sure I have the latest version. Can you, like, not? Yeah. Where's the third one? There was 1, 2, and then there's supposed to be a third. Yeah, this one. Okay, none of those have been updated. That's cool. I don't know what this is from, to be honest. I probably should have had better notes, but oh, it's community overlays. Never mind. Even More makeup. Let's test this out. October 2023. Okay, we're good. Female makeup suite. I think this is the one. Probably. Okay, we're good. And then this. This is a oh, I see. Okay. I think we're good here. It doesn't really say when it's been updated, but I think we're good. Yeah, I hate how some of these are stored on other websites, but okay. Community what was it? Community. Open animation replacer. Looks like this has been. Oh, it has been updated. Okay, cool. See, this is why I check everything, because like you never know. You never know what's been. I don't know why this is under. Oh, it's under Animation Foundation. Can you not? I hate Windows 11 so much. I feel like they've really screwed up the Windows Explorer quite a bit. Like, I mean, first of all, you can't do this. You know, so you have to open up a new window if you want to move things backwards. But they've also made it kind of non-functional at times. So, I mean, I have so many complaints about Windows 11, honestly. But yeah, we're not going to get into that because that is an extremely long rant that I don't want to get into. Looks like, okay, this has not been updated. Okay, cool. We're good for, I think actually, oh, wait, CVP. Well, I haven't checked this one. So I think we're good for most of these. I'm going to check this just to make sure it has not been updated. 164, I believe that's the version that I have here. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So we do not need to touch that. We're good, 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 good. Good. Okay, we have officially looked over each of these. I really only had to update like 2 of them. So now we can get to installing again. So I'm going to move this, my load order library here back to my other screen so I can look at it. And then, yeah. So let's continue on. I'm going to be starting out with Open Animation Replacer, and we're going to be doing Open Animation Replacer. We're going to be calling it the update because that's what it is. And I want the no delete prefix. Where is it? There we go. So that is under Animation Foundations. So let's look at it. Where is Animation Foundations? Here. Okay. And that is an update file, so it's going to be naturally causing this to be basically anytime you see the this little lightning bolt, the clear one, that means everything is being replaced. So I mean, you can disable it or not disable it. I choose to disable it just for my own like sanity's sake, but like it depends. I mean, you don't have to, but yeah. Let's continue on. I might be time-lapsing this, maybe. Now, this next part is really OCD of me. You don't really have to do this if you don't want to, but I just like want to stop it here after that time lapse to just make sure that everything is ordered properly. And by that, I mean, of course, that I have made sure that everything here is when you go down this list, I generally prefer to have everything on the left side reflect everything on the right side. So I just went over everything to make sure that, as you can see here, it's ordered properly. Like everything is just like ordered. You don't have to do that, but it's just what I do. And everything seems to be perfectly fine. We've installed everything. It has a no delete attached to it. So we've replaced or added onto everything in the this area. See, we got this, we got this, we got this. I remember we got this, we got this, we got this, we didn't get this, but that's fine. I'm gonna do that later, honestly. I don't really want to worry about it right now, but basically everything that we have right now is we finished up the additions section. So we're actually going to get onto the actual installation now, which is installing all the mods that should be there. But before we do that, I generally I like to go into the game, make sure everything's running smoothly first. I like to do that every now and then just to make sure that I haven't screwed anything up. I'm just going to be exiting out some stuff in Notepad++ just to keep everything good. I really don't like that. I really don't like that loader library isn't working because like that actually kind of makes it harder for me to do this. But if you actually look at what I've done here, everything appears to be like I've done everything by the book, or by my book anyways. This stuff here, I'm going to be installing this in a minute. I am going to have to move everything from this folder to this folder. Not copy move, because this is about 21 gigabytes of files, and I really don't want to make duplicates, so I'm just going to be moving literally everything here, or mostly everything. I every time I reinstall, I tend to actually remove some files. I remove the files before reinstalling, just to like nitpick and make sure that everything is fine. So let's actually start up the game so I could just take a look at what we're working with here. I already know what we're working with. It's Ascensio. It's not going to be really any different. But, you know, yeah, I like to just look it over. I mean, literally the last problem I had with this list before I uninstalled everything was the fact that, was it? The problem I had was some of my keys weren't working, and I could not figure out for the life of me what was causing it, and it was so frustrating because like when does that ever happen, right? When does it ever happen that like your keys just stop working? And then like I was looking back at the mods I installed trying to figure it out. I'm like, what the hell did I install? But I just couldn't figure it out. It was like I could not figure it out. I stopped playing Skyrim for 21 days, and then I come back to it and my keys aren't working, and I reran Nemesis. I checked over what I installed last. I really looked deep into it. I could not figure it out. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do a full fucking reinstall, right? So yeah, let's get into the game so I can just see that everything is working. Let's skip the introduction. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in character creation because I don't really care. This is a test profile, okay? This is all it's ever going to be, a test profile. So yeah, let's wait for this. Okay. Let's do female just to make sure everything is good. Do an imperial. Yep, everything looks perfectly fine, everything that we just installed. So I'm going to name my character Prisoner, Hadvar, and we just set the frame rate monitor here. And then, okay, sprinting does work. That's good. Although, yeah, it looks really dark on this side. I'm actually going to look over my gameplay settings here. It actually, this looks mostly good. I prefer to do it all myself, but you know, let's yeah, this is wonky. Let me just set these properly. Everything to max. I prefer everything to max, and then I'm gonna be setting this music. I'm gonna turn off music because like I really need it. I don't really need it right now, and then make a save, and let's go outside and monitor the FPS. It's gonna be really low. I already know that for a certainty. It's gonna be low because I'm not using the frame gen mod right now, and I'm also recording, which yeah. So without any modifications, why is my, oh, I was glowing for a second there. Everything without any modifications at all, or you know, few modifications, you get around 40 frames in this area, which is, it's not terrible. It's better than Elder Gleam certainly, but you know, or other very fancy mod lists. This one, as you can see, it's using 100% of my GPU. I mean, it's a very pretty list, so you know it's gonna take up some frames, but it's still unacceptable. So I'm gonna be installing FSR3 frame gen so that my frames are significantly better when I actually go in to have a real playthrough. I should be right now. I should actually be getting 100 FPS with frame gen. So let me actually exit out of the game now, and we're gonna go back to time lapse so I can you know, install more mods. But yeah. Oh my god. It's now 1:30 in the morning. I truly didn't really think it would take this long. If I'm being completely honest, that was a lot more work than I thought installing every other mod would be. And yeah. Probably didn't help that I was adding the no delete to everything, and I was renaming everything. If you wanted to know what I was doing, I was basically just trying to style everything based off of this, which is the load order library that I have for this list. It's a little bit different to how I did it here. Obviously, whenever I reinstall the list from scratch, I usually tend to make a few edits. I remove stuff that, for instance, I wasn't really using, or I add a couple patches that I missed. You saw, if you're really watching from start to finish, which if you did that, you're an insane person, and I love you for it. Um, I will be including timestamps. You've probably already seen the timestamps to skip to this portion, because there was a lot of just tedious stuff in the video that I mean, you could technically skip over it if you wanted to, but basically what I was trying to do was make everything exactly like this, not to the letter, but mostly to the letter. And I feel like I did a pretty good job doing that. Now, I have a big task ahead of me yet. If you thought all that was bad, wait till you see what I have to do next. I mean, granted, I got past the most tedious part, but there is still quite a bit left to do, and I'm actually going to back up this profile first. Let me just delete these saves because they're going to become useless pretty soon. Let me actually back up this entire thing. So I'm going to go to I'm actually going to make a new folder here called underscore modit backup. And that's where our profile is going to go. Just in case I screw anything up and anything catastrophic happens that I need to correct. Yeah. So let me go to Ascensio, profiles, and I'm going to just copy and paste here so that I can have everything. I did do a few things a little bit differently. For starters, you'll see this player moveset section. This is a new way of doing things. If you actually look at this is what I'm working with here. This is the Excel document that holds all the movesets. Now you can obviously see the way I did it in the giant list here. I basically installed every single moveset one by one, which there's quite a few, so it took quite a bit of time. There's really no need for me to do that because I made this Excel document. So if you want to know what movesets I'm using, you could just look at this. You don't actually I don't actually have to install everything one by one. I generally think it's a good idea to list every single moveset you're using, just because, I mean, courtesy, I guess. I mean, not a lot of mod authors or Modlist authors choose to do that, and I feel like that's a bit of a shame because usually people don't know what movesets are in there. Bleh, it's 1:30. I don't know how to speak. People generally don't know what movesets are in their game, so I might save this until the morning, honestly, but because I'm getting a little hungry, but I might do part of it now. Basically, what I'm going to be doing from this point onwards is ordering the list. Now, you could already see I started off with this stuff. This stuff is, actually, I don't want to do that. It's all in order from Bingus Clipping Cleanup to Lux Orbis. Now, a few of the plugins are going to be placed above Lux Orbis because they have Lux patches that I created. And also that there are some files that need to go at the bottom, such as these synthesis patches. These are going to be replaced. I think I already also replaced these, although not completely. I just patched them. And of course, the vast majority of stuff is going to go right above YMMP, because that's where we started. We started everything above here. We replaced vanilla UNP textures with the full CBBE 3BA setup for better compatibility with most mod armors and mod outfits. I differentiate between the two. Basically, in my opinion, a armor is something that it looks like armor. It looks like something you'd see in the vanilla game, and then outfits are basically they're for show. I mean, they're not really immersive. They don't really I'm not really wearing them either because I'm using Skyrim outfit system, so basically I'm wearing the armor underneath, and then the game is showing this stuff, whatever I choose to wear, on top of it, just for screenshot value, I guess, and stuff like that. But okay, so I could theoretically, because I collapsed everything, I could theoretically I could just grab everything here and then enable all, I guess, or expand it all and then enable everything. I could do that. I really could. However, I'm not sure because, like, okay, I did back up the file, so I'm not really concerned. I could try that actually because I'm not really, after everything I just did, my carpal tunnel syndrome really doesn't want me to go through every single one of these and enable them one by one. That sounds extremely painful. So I am going to try this. I'm going to expand everything here. Obviously, we're not going to be choosing all this stuff because that's just, Ascensio files, but everything from overwrite below. Let's see if I could grab it really quickly. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is good. So that took way less time than I thought it would. So this is everything. This is everything. I'm gonna uncheck the separators here, so everything is Gucci. So everything that is a separator, I'm going to disable just for now. Separators are extremely useful, especially when modifying lists like this. I mean, I honest to God, I did not start out with much, but I slowly added stuff over time until I felt that I had a pretty decent setup. I believe the last time I actually really modified a list like this was back when I had my personal list, which was, I think it was late 2021 or something. When I had my like really personal list that like I created from scratch, and that list was nowhere near stable, but I did spend a lot of time working on it. Okay, so we have everything selected now. I am going to enable everything. I'm slightly worried what's going to happen here because I don't know what the order is going to be compared to if I were to enable everything one by one. So I'm just going to bite the bullet and press enable selected and cross my fingers. It's going to be activating a lot of mods. As you can see, there's a ton of mods here that have just been activated. This order everything is in right now. This is the order of the reason why I didn't just go through everything and install stuff like one after another, like say like going down like this, is because I have a specific order that works and I know it works. And that's why all the separators are sorted the way they are, because I spent a lot of time like doing this. Okay, so let's actually look at the damage here. I'm curious to see. Okay, already we can see some problems here. Adamant this is basically sorting it A through Z, which I kind of feared would happen. Unfortunately, this does mean that I'm going to have to exit out of here, and we're going to have to go to our folder, and I'm going to have to go to Modit Backup, and I'm basically going to have to do this. So I'm going to have to copy and paste back to here. Back to the point where we didn't enable everything. I mean, theoretically, I could have just disabled it all again, but like, yeah. So, unfortunately, what this means is my carpal tunnel really isn't gonna like this. Is I have to start from the very top and I have to start going down. That is extremely unfortunate. I probably time lapse this thing here of me doing this. It's gonna be extremely painful, but I will time lapse it. I fucking hate this town. There's like loud vehicles at all hours of the night, I swear. It doesn't really stop until like 3 a.m. and then like it picks up again like at 4:30ish. It's wild. Okay, so we're gonna start from the very top here, and we're gonna go down the list so that it doesn't have an alphabetical order. It has an order of what I'm trying to accomplish here. So yeah, time lapse time. Good God, that was extremely painful. Yeah, I I've had carpal tunnel syndrome for a couple of years now. Ironically enough, I first started noticing the symptoms when I was playing Fallout 4, and I noticed that my hand was tingling, and I didn't know why. And I went to the doctor and they're like, hey, you've been playing too much video games. I'm like, yeah, okay. That was when I switched fully from keyboard and mouse to controller after taking like a 2 month break from pretty much. I think the only game I was playing at that time was Fallout 4. Yeah, because I had to like give my hands like a serious break time. But like honestly, I don't mind being on controller. For the most part, it's not too bad. Uh, I've had to make a lot of adjustments to this list in order to make it controller friendly, but hey, that's fine. So now that everything is done over here, I'm actually going to be backing up the, as you can see, the active mods and plugins have skyrocketed since I started. I'm going to be closing out again, and I'm going to be backing this up, just in case. You never know. So basically, all that what you just saw was in order for me to make sure that everything here was in order. As you can see now, everything is in order for the most part. There's a huge disclaimer here that I have to make, that simply enabling all the mods in the right order does not necessarily mean they're going to be in the right order. Because a lot of the mods have multiple plugins, and sometimes when you enable them, the plugins don't necessarily go where they need to go. Because of that, and I'm actually just going to be disabling all the world map stuff as I work, because the world map stuff should not be enabled until the very end. That's where it'll be useful. But for now, it needs to be disabled, just for now. All the stuff here, as you can see, there's a lot of it. It all has to go underneath the Lux mods, which are way back here, as you can see. I mean, they've been moved really far back. All the stuff, this Lux stuff here, I mean, there's a few in there that are like from, yeah, this, like, as you can see, there's like a lot of these. Some of them I've personally made. I don't know where they are actually. They're somewhere around here, like, yeah, that right there and there. That's a little bit concerning. This is where it becomes a little bit frustrating again. Not because it's tedious, but because I have to basically find where everything is supposed to be and put it in that place. And the best way to do that is just to start moving stuff, honestly. I'm just going to start going through this, and the legend per se is going to be by looking at what's on the left here. I'm actually going to collapse everything here just so I can see where it's going, to make sure that I don't pick up anything that was originally included in Ascensio, rather than like just the modifications that I made. So I just want everything that I've added. As you can see here, I've just selected everything from VRAMr down, which means that this is already a pretty good start. That means that everything that's selected here is stuff that I've added. It should also, actually that's not going to be, I'm going to do that towards the end. These are easier to sort because there's less of them. The ESL, ESMs, stuff like that. But everything here, and I'm actually going to go down the list here. It looks like there's no missing masters, which is a pretty good sign. That means that I've installed everything properly. But it's not in the right place. This all needs to be moved basically below Lux Orbis. Now, it's not going to go completely smoothly, as you will see in a minute. I am just going to be dragging everything here, and okay. Now you can see where the issues start to crop up, because basically the sorting, it's like, see, like everything is like kind of misplaced right now, unfortunately. Yeah, this stuff is supposed to be here. I'm not sure why that was moved at all, if I'm being totally honest. Oh wait, that's, oh okay, that's, yeah, okay, that's supposed to be there. Okay, so for the most part, everything is where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna be deselecting everything now. Okay. So how do I keep track of this stuff, right? Because it all looks like it just looks like plugins, right? I'm actually going to be doing the opposite now to what I've done here. I'm going to be doing it over here now. So I'm going to be selecting all the stuff that makes up my modifications, which will tell me over here on the right side where everything is. So this is all the stuff I was added. As you can see over here, it's very easy. I basically would just have to move stuff around until it matches the left side. Technically, you don't have to do that, but I like to be able to have two sides that completely match up. Just for my own sanity's sake, that's the way I like doing things. I'm actually going to start with these Lux mods because these I'm going to be moving down a little bit because technically sometimes it gets a little screwed up when you start moving this stuff around, unfortunately, and then I just have to put it back where it belongs so that it's not, so there isn't stuff out of place. Okay, this, let's see if I can move that way down here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but we will see. Did I already miss it? Oh, I did not. Okay, so that was moved correctly. Let's see if I can, if there's any more stragglers here. Okay, so basically what I'm going to be doing now, see here's Lux, all this stuff here. I'm actually going to be referring to Ascensio MCO. Again, I'm going to be moving it to my other monitor because it's easier to see everything when there's only one monitor like on my screen. So let me see where this Lux stuff is supposed to go. According to the legend here, I'm just going to be calling it legend because it's easier. The Lux Orbis stuff that I just sorted, also basically, you can see the gap here. It's right there. All this stuff, this was placed towards the bottom near Ascensio weapon placement. So it's right underneath Ascensio weapon placement. Which is, let me just grab everything. Shrine of Azura, and then, yeah, okay, cool. So I'm just going to be grabbing everything here, and I'm going to be dragging it down because, yeah, so this needs to go way the fuck down here. Where is my, here it is. Okay, that should work. Okay, cool. I think it kind of has worked. Where is Lux Orbis? God damn it. I swear to God. It should have moved, actually. I don't know where it went. Here it is. I don't know why Lux Orbis is fighting me here. Because on the other list, it was perfectly fine being there. Okay. Lux Orbis, Katana. Wait, do I have a Katana? Oof. Okay, so there's some fuckery happening right now. I can only assume it's because of reasons. I can only assume. Probably because there's like some stuff. Yeah, this stuff basically needs to go down, which means some other stuff needs to come up. So now that I can't really move anything around anymore, and this stuff is where it should be, for the most part, I'm going to be going down the list, and this is where it gets tedious again, because I'm basically going to be sorting everything. I'm going to be, okay, so let me just show you. I can actually probably keep this here. Well, actually, no, I can't, because, well, I mean, maybe no, because, like, every time I click this screen, this is going to go away, so I am going to keep it over here. Sorry you guys can't see it, but, like, this is just the way I have to do things, so I don't lose my sanity. And we're going to be starting from the bottom. This stuff, leveled master patch. Oh, maybe this is the culprit. I'm not really sure. Oh, I think it might be the culprit, actually, because this, actually, let me just unselect everything. So this is supposed to be right below Shrine of Azura, so this is supposed to be way down here. Okay, so the next file here is, according to this, it goes Forgotten, Hammett, and then Placement. Forgotten, Hammett, okay, so we're just going to go down, basically, trying to match this up with this. It's not going to be perfect because, again, I've uninstalled mods. I've, like, gotten rid of certain mods, and I've even added a few mods as well. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I really haven't added too many mods. I've just removed a few mods. So technically it should be... I mean, okay, I did add a few patches. I think I added like 1 or 2 patches, actually, but it should be mostly the same. That's what's important. And if you think this is tedious, wait till you see what's coming up. I mean, I still have to go over everything in xEdit, which technically I really don't, because, well, there's a lot of reasons actually, but Ascensio has not changed since I did all this. It was still using Ascensio 3.4.2 when I had everything installed. So technically, let me just take some water. Technically, nothing about the list has really changed apart from what I personally added and removed. If it had gotten an update, then I would probably be obligated to check every single ESP. I'm not talking about every single ESP included in Ascensio to begin with. I'm talking about every single ESP that I personally added. Generally, it's advised if you like are building a list, and I've told people on Discord this. Always look over xEdit before you run the game. Basically, you don't want too many conflicts. Certain conflicts are impossible to get rid of, and like those you just have to ignore. But like other conflicts, like level list conflicts and stuff like that, there's no excuse not to patch that. Basically, I kind of get why people don't like usually like go through like sound mods and entirely patch those, or even the unofficial patch, which is kind of, if you try to patch every mod for the unofficial patch, you'd probably end up spending like 300 hours in xEdit just going through every single record. It's just kind of impossible. I mean, you can, but yeah, not advised personally. So I'm just going to be going through everything. I'm probably going to turn this into another time lapse, just so you don't have to suffer, as I'm undoubtedly going to suffer for the next next. I want to say this is only going to take me 20 minutes, but truth be told, it very well might take me 30. So yeah, you shouldn't have to suffer. And if I talk, then I'm just going to ramble, and then I won't be able to time-lapse it. So yeah, I'm just going to shut the fuck up and enjoy the next part. Okay, well, after some very careful sorting, which, by the way, I totally didn't finish this last night. I was absolutely fried, and there was no conceivable way that I was going to get this done while I was currently lacking sleep. Therefore, we picked up this project today, and I just finished sorting the load order based on what was previously there, so everything is in its proper place. So now that all that is done, we can actually move on to some other stuff. Other stuff being, hold on, let me just pull this up. So this is the new Ascensio. So let me pull up the old one and go to mod it back up. Right, so here we actually have some files to replace. Now, before I do that, I typically like to ensure that I have all the backups, which means I need the Dyndulat output, I need the occlusion thing here, I need synthesis, and I need Nemesis as well. So what I usually do there is I go to Ascensio, I go to mods, and then I find the files that I need. It's going to be under Ascensio. Another thing I like about using the no delete method is that all my mods are on top and all the mods that come with a list are right here. So I see a lot of people sometimes placing the mods that they add inside the list, like under these. I don't like doing that unless absolutely necessary, because it just makes it harder for me to, Lord have mercy. God fucking bless this town. Okay. Just add this folder. Really? Okay. Alright, let's get the occlusion.txt file, and then we'll grab the synthesis output for .env. Cool, so now we've backed everything up, we can freely manipulate the files without having to worry about breaking anything. So let me go to mod it back up here, and I will go to Ascensio, and we're going to go one by one over these. I'm not going to be replacing this or this because those need to be generated on a case-by-case basis. Technically, I could use them probably and get away with it, but I'm not going to, because that's a really bad habit. Dyndulat output. This is the only file we're going to be replacing because this has Forgotten Dungeons and other mods as masters. So let me just find the Ascensio. Where is it? Ascensio Dyndulat output. There we go. Okay, so now I can actually replace this file. Wait, it wants me to move it. I don't want to move it. I want to copy and paste. Okay, let me just replace it here. So there we go. Now it's replaced. So now I can actually refresh this list. Hopefully there's no missing masters. If there are, I might have to... Okay, we're good. So I'm going to open this in Explorer. So these are the files for synthesis that I just backed up. I'm going to delete them because we want to run synthesis ourselves and do it that way. So now everything should be showing just the occlusion and all this stuff. So let's get to running synthesis. Typically, you just have to launch this. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, it's like mostly good. I do have some notes for synthesis because I've had issues where it didn't work in the past. So I think it's in known issues. Is it? Yeah. So synthesis now running properly, fix Ascensio nugget versions match for both. Okay. So those are my notes for synthesis. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes synthesis is very fickle, I'd say. Not fickle, fragile. It's an extremely fragile application. So fragile. There's so many instances where it just it just stops working. I have to like go through like gymnastics in order to get it working again. So yeah, let's just wait for this to it's gonna take a little bit of time to load, so yeah. Okay, this seems to be taking an abnormal time, in which case, typically, I have to change some stuff with synthesis. Unfortunately, it looks like this is one of those occasions. Sometimes it just works, and other times it doesn't. Um, it really depends. It really depends. I mean, on the day, I guess. Sometimes, I mean, I get lucky sometimes, but you know. So let's do synthesis for Skyrim. So we got a new update here from the looks of it. I'm going to be saving this to mods 13 underneath tools. And okay, so now we're gonna want to, oh, it looks like, here we go. Okay, so we've found the root of the issue, which is synthesis itself. It loves to force close, it loves not to work, it loves to freeze. It's one of those programs that I really wish I didn't have to use, but yeah, I typically, I mean, I have no choice, basically. I mean, I have no choice. I have to use it, so I have to deal with it. So here's synthesis. Let me just download this update here. Okay, let me just delete everything there, and then boom. And it's still saying this is that's problematic. Okay, let's synthesis output for NAT. Let's save that. And let's run the program again. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Sometimes it requires me to do a full system reset, and by that I mean I have to restart my fucking computer because this program is so godforsakenly broken. It also crashes my fucking mod organizer too. God, I fucking hate this program so much. I swear. Words cannot describe how much I hate this program. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully I don't have to restart my computer, but I will if I have to. Alright, let's try again. Okay, cool. So we have to redo all the patches from the looks of it. Shit. This is... Should I not have deleted... Should I have actually... Oof. Okay, let me redo this. Let me actually... Let me restore these files. And then let me go back to synthesis. Tools, synthesis. Let me grab everything again and just replace them like that. Okay. And now let's restart MO2 and maybe it'll work this time. Maybe we'll, because I don't remember actually having to replace anything last time, so I don't think I necessarily had to redo all the patches. Here we go. Okay, so this is what it should look like. I'm gonna wait for everything again. We are on the latest version, and did I set everything to, oh, nope. I have to set everything to match, otherwise it won't work. And I probably have to restart synthesis again because I just did that, and yeah, okay. Oh my god. Actually, I'm just gonna restart my computer because this is clearly not going to work for me. So I will see you guys when I actually get this working, because, okay. Christ. And this can be extremely daunting for a new user, a new like modder and such, something like that. And this really shouldn't be an issue, but it continues to be an issue no matter what I do. So yeah. Okay, we're back. I just restarted my computer, so hopefully it'll work now. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna have to keep fucking with it until it decides to work. Okay. Usually a system restart does the trick, but you never know. So I'm just gonna wait for it because obviously it's not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna be able to force this to work just by. So yeah, we're just gonna wait. Oh my fucking god. After screwing with synthesis for God knows how long, it finally decided to function. Holy shit. That was... Wow. I have no words for that. Okay, so this is how it should look when everything is actually loaded up and functioning. Everything should say ready on it. God, I had to... That was insane. Okay. I must have spent at least 20 minutes trying to get it to work. Okay. So let's actually run it now. So usually just go down here and press run. If it is functioning properly, it should be done within like a minute or two. Possibly less than that. Sometimes it gets stuck, and in which case you have to force close the program, restart your computer, restart MO2, restart synthesis again and again and again and again and again. That happens from time to time. It looks like this isn't one of those occasions, thank Christ. If it was, then, you know, that would be obviously a little bit more frustrating. I'm definitely going to leave this footage in because I think it's important to show the kind of gymnastics I have to jump through often to get these finicky programs to work. Yeah, I use finicky again. I will continue using finicky. That is a good word for this, actually. But yeah, it looks like it's nearly finished, which means when it's finished, we will technically... Oh, wait, no, we still have to run Nemesis, actually. But we'll be very close to actually running the game. Let me just turn on my controller. It usually turns off every time my system resets, so... Okay, Are we done? Yes, we are done. This is what it should look like. Completed everything. Cool. All you got to do is press the exit button, and you will exit out of synthesis. These are your new files. I usually do NPC world weather in that order, and I leave them at the very bottom. Now, these are the new files inside of this folder here, so I'm just going to back them up real quick. So we're going to go to mod it backup, and I'm going to drag this over here. And now we can actually run synthesis, which is our next goal. I mean, not synthesis, I mean Nemesis. These fucking similar names, man, I swear. Nemesis is a lot easier to run. It doesn't usually give me any errors, and if it does, they're pretty easy to fix. I'm going to be referring to this picture here. Where is it? Nemesis. I have some pictures saved of the all the options that I usually use here. I'm going to drag this over to my other monitor so I can look at it while I'm browsing. So I'm going to start Nemesis now, and this isn't the first time I'm launching it because technically it was used to generate these, so it already has a bit of history. So I just have to go to Mage Lock is the first one, then Distar Experience. I usually do, yeah, Maxu block overhaul. We do both precisions, dodge, MCO, dual wielding and locker, payload interpreter, and all right, let's go to the next page. Cool. So we have ultimate potion animation NG, Skyrim's paraglider, Scar as well, and let's see, we already got that. So let's go to the next page. True directional movement. Yeah, these are... Okay, so this is all we need. So I'm going to do update engine first. That's what you always do before you run anything. You press update engine. Otherwise, it won't function if you don't do that, so you have to update the engine. No, a warning here. If it continues to fail, it's because you have Windows Update blocked. I found out this through hours of trying to get Nemesis to work. I think it was a couple of years ago, or maybe, yeah. Um, I was trying to get it to work. It wouldn't work because I had Windows Update blocked. I didn't realize that you actually needed Windows Update in order for the program to work. Apparently you do, because it apparently needs to download some stuff. Okay, cool. So we actually got this without any errors. You don't see any errors down there. Referring to my pictures, it looks like, yeah, 1193 is the proper animation count for this. So we're all good for Nemesis. So let me close out of that, and I will back up the Nemesis thing again here. So let's go to Nemesis output and drag it over here. That was quick. Yeah, okay, fine. So let's actually let me do this as well. So let me back up the dying-do-let output, even though it's already backed up to the other profile. But really, bruh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me just back up this file here. Cool. So technically, with all this done, we are able to run the game now. I haven't looked over xEdit. I really should. xEdit looks like everything, yeah, everything is going to xEdit output, and we have these arguments here. So let me now run it. Now this is going to take quite a bit of time, so I'm again going to be time-lapsing it because the first time you run xEdit, it usually takes a pretty long time. So yeah, I'm just going to be shutting the fuck up and letting this run. Okay, we have finished loading. It took exactly 3 minutes, which is par for the course when starting up xEdit for the first time. It will not take this long when I start it up the next time because everything is cached. So this is what the, oh, I almost forgot the map stuff. That doesn't matter. Those can be turned on anytime. It doesn't really affect this at all. Those are technically, I didn't mention this before, but everything under world map needs to be disabled when I'm running synthesis, just because. So this is a way the loader looks. Everything is in its proper place, thank God. Look over this master patch just to make sure everything is good. Sometimes I need to update it, but I don't. Yeah, everything looks fine to me. Everything looks good, so I don't think I really need to update that. I remember adding some new stuff here. I think there were some new additions to this list. I'm not really 100% sure about that. I think I did add in a couple new patches, but I mean, everything should be mostly the same. All the master patches and whatnot that I created, everything should be good. I don't really feel like running through everything again, if I'm being totally honest, because that's going to take quite a bit of time, and it's going to hurt my carpal tunnel, so I'm kind of not wanting to do that. I think I could probably get away with not doing it because I haven't really changed anything, but typically it's a good idea to run through every single one of these ESPs and check it over for conflicts. I'm sure that there's probably a conflict somewhere in here if I squint, but I simply don't care enough to do that. So let's continue on. I'm actually going to be opening up world map now, which is the final segment of this list. Let me just go to mods 13 and down to world map load order.png, and this is a picture of what the load order should look like for the bottom area. I'm going to be opening this in my other monitor so I can look at it while I'm sorting. So yeah, let's do that. So let me just go down the list, and my microphone is on. Okay, good. That would be embarrassing if it wasn't. Okay, let me just enable everything. There we go. Cool. So at the bottom here, we have first this one here for paper maps. Is this? Yeah, and then water for E and B after that. And then the Lux patch. Okay, there's the Lux patch. Apocrypha, Blackreach, Dayspring Canyon. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, I'm referring to... I should be referring to my, I should be referring to my load order library thing, because that would have a more updated version. Okay. But wait a minute. This isn't DLC 1. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. This is the first thing. So it's DLC 1 map markers, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then Apocrypha, Blackreach, Dayspring, Deepwood, Forgotten, Skulldolphin, Sulcairn, and Sovngarde. Okay, cool. So this is what the proper load order should look like. I really should update that picture because it's not accurate. Yeah, okay, let me actually do that now. So let me just take a screenshot and then open it up, and let's go to world map, and I will now move this over here. Do load order.png. Let me just delete the old one, and then boom, slap that in there. Okay, cool. So I do believe we are quite finished. Everything here is set up. I'm actually kind of scared of running this now because, you know, I just installed like 300 mods, so you know I haven't started it up in a while, so I don't know if it's actually gonna work. It should work technically. We don't have any missing masters or anything like that. Everything is sorted in the proper place. Let me just trash this stuff here. There is one other thing I have to do. I have to go to mod it backup, NatEnv saves. Oh wait, no. This is the new one. Okay, I was kind of confused. Okay, mod it backup, NatEnv saves. Okay, cool. I do actually want to see. You don't have to do this, but I do this typically. I go to saves and then I copy and paste this stuff here. The top file is really all that I need, but I kind of do want to see what files I'm missing, just in case I missed anything that I didn't remove. Okay, so I usually do fix enabled mods, and then I like to go through this. Okay, so I removed this, I removed this, I removed this. I removed all this stuff here. I removed this. Okay, good. So we're not missing anything that I didn't remove. So that means that I could just delete these saves here, delete, because they're not going to be relevant to this, and this is really all we wanted, this clean leftover cosaves.js file. That will allow me to clear out some stuff. Okay, so we are ready to actually play the list now. I'm very excited to see if it will load. Let me just pull up my document here for a new game. Here it is. Okay, so this is usually what I go through when I'm starting a new game. Let me delete these actually, because... Okay, so this is some stuff. I'll have to run this, I'll have to do all this stuff, and then, yeah. So let's close out of this and press the run button. Cross our fingers here. We're really crossing our fingers, hoping it'll run. There's no guarantee, of course, in Skyrim modding. There's never a guarantee. But considering how many times I've done this, it should technically run. I have all the prerequisite files. I'm on the correct version. I did all the patches. I did all the Nemesis. I did all the synthesis. I loaded everything up. Everything should be good. It should work. Technically, it should work. So, yeah, we're just going to be going from here to the main menu. Ascensio starts way faster than other lists, which is why I like it so much. It's why I didn't choose to build off of Elder Gleam or Biggie Boss's NGVO mod list, because those lists are so beefy that like I don't even like consider it. Like it's just not even like it's not really an option, you know? It doesn't feel like an option. So yeah, okay, so we are, it looks like we're loading. Hopefully we get to the main menu. I'm going to be holding shift so it doesn't automatically put me in a new game. I just want to see the main menu, see if everything's working properly. Should be working properly, so The last time I ran this list, I noticed that my one of my keys wasn't working. Okay, good. So it looks like everything is working. Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I have to. Really? I didn't set this? Are you serious? Okay. Um, I see. I thought I had set this, but apparently not. Um, okay. I'm going to have to do that. I could have sworn that I set the ENB, but maybe I didn't. Maybe that was a different list. So let me actually pop on this. Okay, there is our frame gen mod. It looks to be working fine. Let me start a new game, and we'll load right in. Skip the introduction, yes. Cheat room, okay, sure. I'm scared, honestly. I'm so scared. Uh, I should have more confidence in my modding abilities, but I'm still scared. Okay, frame limit is off. That's good. I'm going to be changing my sex, and we're going to be changing to an Imperial, and then I'm going to be activating my Lyra preset. There we go. Okay, we're looking good. Okay, so let's call ourselves Lyra. And now, okay, we'll do Hadvar. I always do Hadvar. I don't really like Rayloff too much, if I'm being honest. Okay, so looks to be working fine. Can I run? Oh, thank God I can run. Okay, that was an issue that I was having before I uninstalled everything. My run key suddenly stopped working, and I was really frustrated and confused as to why it wasn't working. Let me just... okay, I already have that stuff set. Okay, we're good. I really don't want to mess with the ENB stuff because actually I can technically mess with it, but like I want to like set it and then like yeah. So let me actually okay. So the first thing we're going to be doing is setting smooth cam. Let me go to presets, modern preset, load it up. Okay, so this is the modern preset. I like the look of it and the feel of it a lot. We usually do save, and now it tells me the save is valid, so I can reload. I really appreciate the mod save checker. It's one of my favorite new SKSE mods actually, because okay, so our other stuff is loaded in. Usually I have to save and reload for some stuff to load in. From here on out, I usually just do we want our paraglider, so I do paragliding, and then I spawn in this, and I spawn in this, and then I do Dragon Rend spell. Where is that? Here we go. I summon that in, and then we'll do Smart Harvest, which Smart Harvest, do load my custom settings, and then we close out of this and wait for it to load. In the meantime, I could probably do add item menu. Yeah, I'll do that next. Okay, cool. As soon as I see those things at the upper left corner, I will go into add item menu, and we'll learn some of these spells. So Ground Dragon, we'll learn this, and then we'll do Sky Shards. I usually do Light Quest System, and then I go and I enable Smart Training. And then I will go to Skyrim Outfit System and enable this as well. So let's enable this, and then import from JSON, and there. And now I am naked. Okay, I didn't mean for that to happen. Let me just quickly change the outfit to something so I'm not naked. Okay, and then we set the Nether follower framework key to, here it is, follower. Where's follower framework? Okay, no, wait. E, F, wait a minute. It's not loading in. Oh, they changed the name. Now it's NFF. Okay, that was weird. Alright, yeah. We'll set that, and is that all we have to do? Yeah, it looks like that's literally everything. So I'm going to save again. The save is valid, so I don't have to worry about it. And now we're going to exit the cave. What time is it? Oh, I can't wait. Okay. We will exit the cave into the real world, and it should now be running a lot smoother than before because I installed FSR3 FrameGen with DLSS on quality settings. So I should be getting around 100 FPS here, or close to it anyways. Let's just take all this stuff. And we're getting 80 frames, which is pretty good. Much better than I was getting with, stutter. Oh, I have to run VRAMr, don't I? Yes, that is the last thing I have to do, and then I will be good. I don't have to do it technically, but I want to do it because, you know, I should, really. I can run, which is very nice to see. I was so worried about that, actually. I only have a dagger. Let me just spawn something else in so I can test out, make sure that my movesets are working. Let's do Skyrim and, actually, well, it's not that. It's the sky piercing. Let's do the sky piercing halberd. Where is that? Here it is. Let me spawn this in. Okay, there is our neutral. There is our low stance. Oh, my dress is glitching out. Let me fix that. Let's do our high mid stance. Okay, and now let's do our high stance. Cool. Okay, so everything is working as it should. Wow, that really teleports us forward a lot. Let's go kill some enemies. Yeah, let's just kill some bandits. Where are these guys? Let me just turn this off. Oh, are these guys not here or something? Oh, he's way over here. I don't know why he's way over there. Whoa! Okay, he did a lot of them. Oh my god, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? Okay, that went really bad. Alright, chill. Oof, I'm gonna die, I swear. Yep, I'm gonna die, definitely. Okay, that did not go very well, and it looks like our blood is glitching out, and our... Wow, so is our halberd. Okay, that... I kind of forgot how hard combat is on this, I forgot how hard combat is on this profile here. So we're not going to do that. I actually do want to do one more thing. Actually, I want to do two more things, but we're going to exit out of the game. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to exit out of this little thing here. But the first thing I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go to ENB. Where is that? ENB files. I'm going to go to ENB series settings. And we're going to copy this root file here. We're going to copy that, and then I'm going to go into presets, and I'm going to create a new mod called ENB settings. Okay. And then I'm going to move it up a little bit. We're going to open an Explorer. I'm going to paste this, and then we're going to start working on here. Typically, I like to have, ENB limit set to false, and then these little inputs here I like to set. Let me just go to is it in here? It is not in here, surprisingly. Okay, we will do Elder Gleam. Maybe it's in here. Elder Gleam. Yep, here we go. Okay, so this is what we typically like for our ENB INI. So let's change this now, and then boom. Okay, cool. So now we have a proper ENB setup. Let me just close out of these. Let me refresh the page, and then I will attach. Oh, yeah, ignore missing data. Okay. Let me add this here, and then let me back this up. So we want just the name ENB-settings, and I will add this to the archive, and oh, I don't want to delete it actually. We'll zip it up, and I will now add it to presets. And yeah, so oh, Wait, what? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Did I Oh, I forgot to install it. Oh, I'm such a dummy, I swear. Okay, that is actually really embarrassing. So I can kind of guess what happened here. Ironically enough, it happened almost exactly 1 day ago. Um, yeah, so what actually happened was, let me just replace it. So what happened here was that I did this, but then I deleted it because I was looking at the old list, and the old list didn't have these two here, so I didn't see the reason to install it. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So now that all this is finished, I can now run VRAMr, and it will actually take into account all the mods I've just installed. So let me install VRAMr first. So I'm going to be going to add from file, and we're going to be doing, let me sort by name, and then it will be underneath VRAMr. Where is it? VRAMr for MO2 and Vortex. Wait, is this the right file? Actually, hold on a second. I'm just kind of curious here. Okay, so this is the 841. Wait. 841. Is that the one that I installed? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Why is that a different? Hold up a second. I gotta look this over because okay, VRAMr 9.83 for Vortex, but the one I have installed here is 9.841. Oh, it's because it. I think it's because I had this named on the other. I'm trying not to confuse myself here. I think yeah, it's 89.841. I do believe 841. I do believe this is the latest version that I installed because if it's here, oh not here. If it's yeah, this is the one that I just installed. Okay, so we're good. I was a little bit confused there for a second. I genuinely like to make sure everything is up to date. So let me collapse, and then we will add VRAMr again. Let's try that one more time. We'll go back to the start. VRAMr should be towards the end. There it is. Oh, not the separator. VRAMr. We'll do the VRAMr.bat. We will force load libraries and use this. Apply and OK, and then we will select it from here. I'm actually, before I do that, I actually have to do one more thing. I have to go into VRAMr. I have to delete this because it really doesn't like it when there's VRAMr folders already set up. It prefers you to do it manually each time, which is a little bit frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. And then we're going to be time-lapsing again. I'm probably going to be turning off recording. Well, I mean, we'll see. Okay, let's yeah, let me okay, we'll do this in a separate recording because I don't want this one getting borked. Okay, we're back. All right, so I'm going to now run VRAMr. So I did this a couple of days ago for I think it was NGVO. Yeah, that's right. That's the last one I did it on. So this mod has actually improved quite a bit since launching. It's now it requires very few steps on the user's part. You really just have to leave it open and let it do its thing, and it'll just be done in like, well, I mean, it still takes a while, but like, it's not as It's not. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized something actually because unless I move the. Actually, I'm gonna close out of this because hold up a second. Yeah, I just realized something. So the way this works is typically you place VRAMr right between xlogin output and this. So yeah, that's gonna become a problem, isn't it? Oof. I think I have to place it. I probably have to move these down a little bit, just so I don't screw anything up. Probably am going to have to move these. So let's, yeah. Okay, so these files, do I put them? probably gonna put them below race menu, so it's gonna be late loaders and then outputs and then wait a minute. Wait. Yeah. These aren't overwriting anything here, are they? Okay. Well, I think we're good. So let me actually do this. This is very precise, so I have to take into account some of this stuff here. So I'm actually going to move the outputs down now, so I don't have to move any of my own files, and then we're going to be placing it right underneath world map. Okay. So this is still overwriting that, but now it's going to be a little bit more easy to work with. So I can just place the VRAMr output right between these two mods here. So let me run the file. Let me run the program again, and it'll go from the start, and we'll go through the options, and then I'll just let it run in the background while I do other stuff. Other non-computer related stuff, because this will be eating up all of my CPU and probably my GPU as well while I'm away. So let's start it up and let it do its thing, and then yeah. Okay, cool. So Ascensio stock game, yes it is. So I'm gonna press no. We want quality settings. Okay. So it wants me to decide now on a place where I can do everything. So I'm gonna go here, and I already have it. Okay, cool. I'm going to create a new folder here called VRAMr in F, the one that I just deleted, and I'm gonna be going to my PC, SSD, VRAMr, selecting that. Do I have enough? I have plenty of space. Okay. We are gonna want layered. That's what I usually do. And then it wants me to select the MO2 profile. So I'm going to be going back to SSD3. I'm going to be going to Ascensio, and then profiles, and then NAT ENB. This is the one we want. Press OK. And now it will do everything. I think I can actually leave it now. I don't actually have to do anything anymore. Yeah, I think I can literally just leave it. So from this point onwards, I will do a time lapse, and then you will get to see it complete. And then when it's all done, I am going to place it right there, and then we'll see. We'll probably have less stutters, or we should have no stuttering actually. But yeah, so let's do that. I'm gonna hop on. Okay, it appears that VRAMr is finishing up now. That took a little longer than I expected it to, but 1 hour is not bad. I've had this program run for a lot longer for other lists. I can't remember. I think it was Novus. Yeah, Novus I think took around 3 hours for the quality settings, so that was kind of extreme. It was an extreme case because of how many mods are in Novus, but so after it's all done, all you have to do is you gotta go to the folder where you stored everything. So this is the VRAMr folder. The VRAMr, oh wow, it's 12 gigs. Okay, that's pretty large. And then usually what, actually I'm gonna close out of that. Usually what I do is I create an empty mod and I do start out no delete, and then I do VRAMr, and then I do actually VRAMr output. And then I do quality, and then just like that. And this needs to be placed, again, like I said, before xLogin, and, well, actually after xLogin and before TextGen output. So I usually just open this up here, and I'll move it up, nope, move it over here, and then we grab everything here, so all the textures, and we move them to the new output folder. So it's a clean move, there's no copying, and then it's all done, and then I can just refresh this page so it updates, and then I will enable the VRAMr quality output. And yeah, it should be overwritten by world map stuff, but it should be overwriting pretty much everything else. And it looks like it is overwriting all the stuff that I've installed, which is good, because that means that we have no textures that are not optimized by VRAMr, so everything is optimized. This is clearly moved forward, so now I can go back into the game and I can see what it's like inside without any more stutters, because there was stuttering before, and this should eliminate most of the stuttering. And then of course afterwards I will back up the VRAMr setting, I mean the VRAMr output, I will back up to my hard drive where I'm keeping all these files. And so let's just go back into the game and test everything out. Again, it should be Gucci. We should be good. Yeah, we should be good here. I'm actually slightly. I mean, didn't tell me what it was before. I've actually never run VRAMr with all the mods installed. Usually, I run it before I install everything, and then because it's. I don't know why I was doing it that way. I probably should have done it this way because. You know, that means that all my outfits and whatnot are optimized now. Because there's a lot of outfits that are like 8K, 4K, whatever, that are kind of, they're just, very, like, I want to say, I'm kind of struggling for words here. Just ignore me. I've been doing this way too long. This video is actually going to be quite a bit longer than I thought it was going to be around like 2 hours or something. It might be a little bit, depending on how long I do the time lapse for VRAMr. Probably doesn't really need to show much. I'm probably going to do like maybe 20% or something, but yeah, so we're going to let start on save run through, so we go right into the game, and then I'm going to walk around for a little while, and we're going to see how everything performs. Let me just turn on my frame rate counter here, and we'll go into the game, and we'll test everything out, and yeah. Okay, so we are in the game now. Everything looks mostly the same. With VRAMr, I really don't notice any kind of difference. I don't really see any difference on my character. We are playing in, of course, 1080p, so, you know. Everything feels really smooth, though. Everything is very smooth. Utilization isn't very high. Well, I mean, mostly not high, but yeah. Let's see. Is our paraglider working? Should be working. Yep, there we go. There's our paraglider. And I do believe... Yeah. do believe everything is working. So, oh, the bandit's already dead. I was hoping to fight him, but apparently I won't be doing that. The stuttering should be removed now. It won't be, probably won't be completely removed, but it will be mostly removed. We're getting a solid 90 frames per second, which is pretty good. Oh, that was a stutter. Definitely, you can't really get rid of the stutters, I don't think. It's not really possible, I don't think, to fully get rid of the stutters, but, you know, they're always going to be there. For some reason, I feel like Ascensio is probably one of the prettier lists, even, like, going up against stuff like Elder Gleam and, you know, Row and the others. I don't know. Maybe it's just the water. I really like the way the water is done, honestly. It looks really smooth and really clear. I mean, I like everything about this list, honestly, but, like, the water is just brilliant. So, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end it here. Let me save, and the save is valid. Okay, good. And now I'm going to exit out. Oh, it even tells me save detected. Okay, damn. Let me exit the game, and I feel like that's it. Oh, let me just close out of this. I feel like that is it. So if you actually made it this far, if you made it this far into the video, then thank you for watching. It was really fun to put this together on camera. I've been meaning to do it for quite some time now, actually. I've been meaning to do all of this on camera, have it recording the entire process. Let me just actually back up the modded profile again so that all my progress can't be undone by a simple catastrophic mistake. Let me go to Ascensio profiles and we just delete these two here and then paste them here. Cool, so everything is backed up now. I can probably post it on load order library now because I've just updated the list. I'll probably be doing that soon. And I don't think there's literally anything else to do here. I think I actually got all of it done. All the VRAMr stuff, all the xEdit stuff, everything is done. So that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching. And subscribe and also join my Discord server. Yeah, that's where I post literally everything. So yeah.